Hello, hello, and welcome back to Jody Lewis Creations. In today's video, we are going to do a 29.5 and 30. Because I wanted to do the Rose and Jeffrey story, and I want to do number 30 today. I was inking these envelopes and I'm looking at them and I'm like, man, these all look awfully wide, and knowing the limitation of my box, these are actually too wide to use on my, they won't fit in my box here. So my box will only allow 3 3/8. So at 3 1/4, I mean, my tags fit in there nicely, as you have seen. But these envelopes are not going to fit, but I'm going to work around that. I was going to do day 30, but I was brainstorming this, so we're doing this first. And this is going to be a great use for this. Now, I am kind of bummed because it is a waste of paper and a yellow ink that I printed these. I didn't realize, because I couldn't tell by looking at them on the computer, how big they were. And so I'm like, oh, I'm a little disappointed in that, but that's okay. However, we are going to overcome it. We are going to overcome it. I could actually just go grab envelopes out of my envelope bin and do that, and that would be easier. So, yeah, focus, Jody. Or not use the envelopes at all and just put the letters like in a decorative pocket, because Rose has saved them and they've lost the envelopes over the years. I don't know. I'm working my way around it. But what I'm looking for in here is some of the coin envelopes that were in part of the day pieces that we haven't used. Because regardless of what I decide to do with these, we have these wonderful little bits here that Rose or Jeffrey, whoever, has just been saving from their dates. So we have the theater, we have a bus ticket, we have some dried flowers, we have their wedding image, some chocolates. So we have some pieces here that we need to work with. Ooh, is that one smaller? Is that my misprint? That I hadn't double-sided on accident. Boy, that's so close. No, it's not gonna work. Okay, anyway, but we have the letters here, and I've inked the back of the letters. So we have those, and I can fold these so they'll fit. So I'm not worried about that. So I have to work my head around this. It's the same size. This looks weird. Like one's bigger than the other, but they're not. They're the same size. Sorry. They're the same size. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I know what I could do. I could just cut that down and make it like a pocket on the page. Actually, I would have to do that with his, because this one's bigger than this one. This one, if I folded it, it would fit. But see, I'm just fussing. I think I came up with a workaround, and I didn't even have to leave the room. Just get in my drawer over there. These addresses, I think, they'll fit on this, and this is more narrow. This will fit on our tags. So this is 3 inches, which is absolutely perfect. So it's a workaround, and not ideal, but I don't want to reprint these, and I want to have the addresses and stuff. I have an extra one. I'll figure out something to do with that. So these are little envelopes. Not sure exactly, and my friend sent me a bunch of these, and there's so many different patterns and stuff. Really cool. But in trying to honor Tracy's design on the envelopes, we're gonna go with it. So that's going to be like our envelope bit here. And maybe I can somehow still use that piece, because I really like the color in that, and I don't want to waste it. So yeah, I think I folded that crooked. That is all me. So what we'll do is we'll tear Rose's address out here. Hi, welcome back to my channel. Oh, welcome to my channel. If you're new, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for joining me. I am just a little nuts today. Today's still the 27th. This is my second video that I'm attempting to film today. And I told my friend, I said, I'm really going to try to finish today. And she goes, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's the end of the month already. I said, I know, but I'm leaving for 2 weeks here pretty soon. So I got to get my little behind in gear with Christmas in July, because I have to film ahead and get some stuff scheduled. Oh, I like that. I think that's going to work. Yeah. And then we'll cut the stamp out. Actually, I want to tear that out now that I've done that all kind of crazy. But anyway, so I have to film ahead. I think I told you guys that already. I'm probably in repeat mode now because this is my second video today. And yeah, so yeah, yeah, and I told you I don't know how well my phone is going to work where we're going. So there's just some things I have to take into account with where we're going and what we're doing. And my subscribers that have been with me for a while, you guys gave me wonderful feedback on the traveling videos. So I wanted to ask you if you would like me to do that again on this trip. Well, with some of the stuff that we're doing, I won't be able to share like all of it, but is that something that you would like to see again? So I still have footage from last winter that I never even shared because I never got it uploaded because I didn't have internet service to upload some of last year's escapades. You know, I know that goes on the inside, but I kind of like seeing that. I like the color, but put it on the inside. Stop fussing. I'm never going to get done. Okay, so I have these. I have that. I have that. I think I folded this weird or something. It's like not lining up correctly. Anyway, so I cannot believe we are on the last day. So there will be, the general consensus is that you do want to see a final flip through. So I will definitely do a final flip through for you. Be fair warned, it's probably going to take like an hour to get through the final flip through because it's a really big box. And I don't think, I'm not going to read the story as we go through the bits. Like I'll maybe talk about the pieces, but I don't want to actually read the story. I just don't think that's what I don't think I want to read the story going through. And by the time you see this to respond, I will have already filmed it. So I'm just going to roll with it and just go through it and do the flip through. And I'll talk about the pieces. I think, what are you doing? You're not done with that piece. We'll talk about the pieces, but I'm not going to read the story. So, yeah. No. Okay. Okay. This is probably like watching paint dry, but I'm talking to you, so that's why I hadn't turned this off to get all this cut out. So I'm going to, I'll get this torn out, cut out, whatever I'm doing, figure out how I want to do these pieces. I was thinking saving these because I think I'm going to use them for something. But what I'm thinking is I have my tag base here, and this doesn't have, this is only for this freebie of their falling in love and their letters and all of that. So what I'm thinking is I'll probably pick one of the background images. I will get these put on here somehow, and I was thinking I might hinge them. I don't have a lot of room, but I'll hinge one to go this way, one to go this way. We'll embellish this with something, and then maybe we'll embellish this somehow. And then I don't think I have any frames left that are big enough for this image, so I'm going to look in my excuse me, in my dies and see if I have something that will fit this image, because it's so beautiful and it's their wedding frame. So it needs to be kind of decorative and ornate. So I will look in there and see what I have. I have to figure out where I put that yellowed antique looking tape, because I want a, there it is. Look, it's still on my table. Excuse my reach. I just want to put a little piece across there. Like, she's taped these flowers down and saved them over the years. And then the tickets, I'm going to back the tickets on something, get the butterflies cut out, and figure out what I'm going to do. That was a lot of work. I got down and dug through all my dies, and I cannot find my oval nesting dies. And I know I use them, but I bet they're up in the attic in my Christmas stuff, because I don't know, they're not in my dies. So this is a rose for Rose. And so I thought, if it's not too big, that's why because I didn't take the tag down with me, that we might be able to, ooh, that's pretty darn big. So never mind. I was thinking I could die cut a rose and put on there, but that's going to be too big. So I will put that back in the bin. I took the picture down with me so I could measure that with stuff, but I didn't take the tag with me for sizing. Okay, so then this is called, it's a Gemini, Chantilly Lace. Love, love, love this embossing folder. I use this a lot. I made my mother-in-law's Mother's Day card with this, and it gives such a beautiful design. So what I thought I would do is emboss a piece and then cut it to make a frame for them that will fit on our page. There's not going to be a lot of room to have it on there, so it's probably going to be a lot of work for very little reward, because this picture is 2 3/4, so it's not going to give me a lot of room for a frame around it, but I do want a frame around it, so we're going to go for it. I'm just going to use a piece of black cardstock, and I'm going to run this through my Sizzix, my Sidekick, Big Kick. So I'm just going to use this, and it embosses nicely with this, because this is what I made Mom's card out of. So I know that will work. So I'll be back. I will come back. I will emboss it. I'll come back. We'll get the center cut out. We'll get our frame made and then go from there. I cut the bit a little too big, but I'm going to go with it. And I'm going to go with it because I don't want to go through the work of doing that again. However, I'm going to figure out, we're going to glue Rose and Jeffrey to here. Then I'm going to lay this on top and secure them. But I mean, they really only just fit. So I have to be really, really careful and mindful when I put them down for where they go. And yeah, so we're going to do that. So what I think I might do is just have them on the front, maybe, and maybe we'll glossy accent a butterfly or something, or emboss it or something. Have that on the front here, and then when we flip the tag over, we'll have their letters, their mementos from their date, all of that. That's what I'm thinking. And so I am going to use my moosey moose here. Let me move this out of the way. I have a mess. It's driving me crazy. Were you guys appalled at my video yesterday with my craft room messes? I am. I mean, it's driving me nuts. And Mark keeps saying, I don't know how you're working in here. And I'm like, dude, you don't understand how much it's taking me to work on this project. It's such a mess. And he's not worried about me having not moved, because I want to be very intentional as I'm moving things into this room and putting stuff like where it goes. And like even the top of my desk here with everything within arm's reach, he had built me this wood box that I currently have up here, and I love it, but I need it to be taller. I'm using these like little wire racks and stuff, and I said, gosh, I just don't think that they feel very stable or sturdy, and I'm afraid all of my stuff is going to come crashing down. Chloe is in here, and she's really wound up. She's playing with her ping pong ball. She may make an appearance because she's very, very vocal, and she's trying to get me to play. I watched a really interesting video. Take a breath, Joey. Take a breath. I watched a very interesting video this morning on cats, and I don't typically watch stuff like that. I mean, I like cute cat videos. I love cute animal videos. But this was a video, and it was titled 9 Ways You Can Hurt Your Cat's Feelings. And I was like, what the heck, man? So I listened to it, and it was actually very interesting. It was really good. But anyway, so I enjoyed that. But it was so funny. It was talking about how your cats communicate. And I thought, good Lord, Chloe does not have a problem communicating. She's very expressive. But it said, like, if your cat's meeting you at the door, make sure you take the time to pat them or acknowledge them, because if you don't, that could hurt their feelings. And I was like, okay, well, don't have to worry about that there. She greets us at the door, and I pick her up, and she tries to lick my face off. She doesn't like it when I'm gone. So she's just so cute. I love this stuff. It is so awesome, and it feels so good. Love it. When I went, I haven't been to a retreat in a really long time, but the last one I went to was a lady where I got all the glacier paste and stuff. She said she was having a hard time getting those products, and so that was the only one she had, so I got it from her. But anyway, okay. Oh yeah, that really pops. Really pops. Love it. Love it. Love it. Now I want my pencil, and I'm just going to make some little marks on here that I can erase. So that way I know where, why is this a different size? Oh, you know what? When I embossed that, I bet it shrank. I'm gonna have to trim that up. So I'm going to line this up at the bottom then, because I'll trim the top. And I just want to make little corner marks here on my 4 corners. I hope this works. I mean, if nothing else, I could always put a piece of decorative paper over that and do it. And then I just want to make sure that they are in those marks, because then I'll know that they'll be where we need them to be. Yeah. So what are you guys going to work on after Creep on June? We all know what I'm working on. You hear her. She's so funny. What are you doing? Are you getting it? I found 3 of her ping pong balls today, so she's really excited. I was on the floor downstairs trying to get my back to adjust, and I was like, hey, you have a ball under there, under a piece of furniture. And then I knew she I had brought it up here so she could play, and I knew where she'd lost it, and I looked in the corner she was playing in, and I was like, hey, there's 2 more there. So she's all happy. She's got some ping pong balls again. I need to get her some new toys. She has destroyed a couple of them, and she gets bored with them. I noticed that she goes in spurts or spells with her toys, like with what she plays with. So Mark says she doesn't need more toys, Jody. She's a cat. And I was like, she needs more toys, Mark. She needs more. I have lost my art glitter glue. That's what happens when I clean stuff up. Oh, it's behind the water bottle. I spritzed this with some water before I put it in my my big kick, because it will tear. That embossing folder gives so much dimension, and it will tear. I hope I can remember. If I remember, I will include the little video I did of Mom's card. Excuse me. I had painted all this texture on this embossing folder with my oxides and chalk paints, and oh my gosh, it came out so cool. I just absolutely loved the result. It was really neat, and I'll totally do that again. But it was very, very tedious. I was finger painting with inks, and it was just a beautiful piece, and so Mom really liked it. So see, go that way. And I'm using art glitter glue, so I only have a second to make adjustments here. All right. Oh, I like it. I was going to put some plastic there, but I decided I didn't want to. All right, so we have them down. So now we need some bits to decorate. And I wish I had like a label. Oh, love story. Let's use that. Let's use that. We don't need freebie in it, but we do want love story. And I'll bet there's something in my Tim Holtz words too that would be a appropriate. But this one we want to title Love Story. Okay, we're gonna use that. I'm going to look in my Tim Holtz words, not my scary ones, just my normal, if I can find my book. What? My normal words here. And we'll see what we can find as far as, this is not the snarky one. Okay. Okay, so we'll find something in here and incorporate Love Story with it and make them a little label. I think it's really cute. It's gonna be very sweet because that's just not quite big enough. I wish it was. I really like that. Of course, I could stamp it out and make my own. Oh, okay. I'm gonna stamp it out with these and make my own, because then it'll be a little bit bigger. And I think it'll be the better size. At this rate, this is gonna be a very long video. So, Ms. Tatting is gonna go in this one. Oh, look at that. That is just almost fits. I'm gonna cut just a sliver off of that edge. And then his is going to be folded in quarters, I think. So his will fit. Hers is like so close to fitting. Is that what I want to do? No, I don't. I want to fold it like that. And then like that. Yeah, and then because I'm gonna fold it like that. Old school folding there. Yeah. Okay, so that's going to go in the Mr. Bender envelope, and I wish I would have inked the insides of those a little bit better, but shoulda, woulda, coulda. And then on Rose's letter, I'm just going to take like 1/8 of an inch off both sides. I think that would be plenty. I'm hoping. And then I'll re-ink those edges, which I won't. Okay, let's make sure. Is that going to fit? Oh man, just no, it's not. Dagnabbit. Okay. So I do have a fun plan. I'm trying to figure out how to post these because I did it out, Jody. Oh shoot. It's all right. Well, I guess her letter is going to be distressed as well. See what I mean by just trying to take an edge off? However, we have, maybe we'll use a little bit of tape on that. It's okay. I'm just going to ink it. I'll take my scissors to this side, distress that side. Ugh, all that. I was trying to have it all nice and neat. But mistakes happen and we roll with them. So I'll just tatter hers up. We could have hers clean because she treasures hers. But maybe it got mushed in a box in the move or something. That's what we're going to go with. Yeah. Mushed in a box in the move. Wait. I got to do the top and bottom too. Okay. Well, we won't talk about how long that took. A long time. A very long time. Oh my goodness. So I have the frame. Oh, I need my glue eraser. And I have gone over the picture a little bit with my dauber just to kind of darken it, grunge it up a little bit, just to kind of match everything else we've been doing. I typed Love Story with my little typeset stamps. That's the word. And then you flip it over and we have our bit here. We have a butterfly with some trim. I embossed that and it's really dull looking. That's really odd, but I don't know if it's because of all the ink that was on my fingers or what. I've not ever had one be dull like that, but I'm okay with it for this particular project. I'd be frustrated with it in a different context, but I think it's perfect for this. And then this is a Tim Holtz. I feel so lucky because Rose has all these mementos that she's been saving, and I used the rest of this background because it has the roses, just kind of as like a nod to her. And then in here we have some tickets from them going on an outing together, and I have just backed those with this piece that I had used the other day. It was here. I wasn't going to dig. I have our flowers with that little piece of aged cellophane tape, and it has a wrinkle in it, and I'm completely fine with that. It just kind of adds to the grunginess. Or to the age, I guess, making it look older. So it's about half of a piece, so I just stuck the other half there. I'll use it in something. And then these, look how perfect this cardstock is. It matches so close. I mean, it's really close to the right color, and it was in my scraps, so that worked. And then I don't know if you can see, I punched on the 18th. So it was the 18th of the month that they rode first class. We have our box of chocolates that's backed with black cardstock, and we have our 2 letters, which I've already shown you. So I kind of just went with the box idea like I used for Mr. Brundle's equipment case. Sorry. And so I just kind of went with that idea because this has a lot of bits that go with it, and because this is kind of like our love story, I wanted it to all be together. Yeah. I think I'm done filming today. I don't think I'm going to do number 30 today. I need to do some work with my Cricut to cut out the numbers, and maybe I'll cut those and glue them or something, but I think my brain has checked out for the moment. But I'm trying to consider where in the box to put it. Did we put it in the very front? Because that would be a really pretty piece in the front. Or do we put it like in the back? It can only be in the front or in the back. It cannot go, it could. Now wait just 1 minute. It could go in here because we have them here. Boy, they look really close. Well done, Tracy and Justin. That image is super close. So we could put their love story into where they've moved in because she's moving in and she's moving her bits. So I've put it there for now. Hopefully that's gonna be okay. All right, I have to clean up a little bit. I don't even think I can start day 30 until I clean up a little bit. I'm gonna get my Cricut going, and then if I feel like it, I will come back and work on day 30. I had an idea. I haven't even walked away yet. Oi, oi, oi. Okay, so I have an idea. We're gonna see if this works. I want to score this. I've already cut it 6 1/4 tall because that's the height of our tags. I want to come over here and I want to score this at 1/4, not cut, score. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to score it again at 1/2. Okay. Then I'm going to line that score mark up at 3 1/4. And then I'm going to come over to 3 1/2. No, 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 no. 3 3/4. No. Wait, I know what I'm doing wrong. See, this is why I said I should be done. 3 1/4, 3 1/2. Put the score mark on 3 1/4 and 3 1/2. Ooh. Okay, and then I'm going to put this score mark over here at 3 1/4. And I want to fold this and see if this is going to work. See if this is going to work. And I'll tell you if it works, what I'm trying to do. If it doesn't work, you're not even going to see this. So, yeah. It's going to work. All right. So here's what I'm thinking. I think that I want to make like a little, we're going to tell the rest of the story on the front of the tag, and I am going to cut this in a tag shape. Just bear with me. We're going to have this like this, and then we may not even need this extra. Yeah, I want it to be like a box. So it's going to be like a memory box, and it's going to house the in accordance with the story, today's bit, let's back up. This is day 30. They would construct a new chapel with a plaque to remember those who had passed. So we have that. We have the little plaque, okay? It came with this beautiful file folder today, which we're not using. And we have this wonderful garden angel and this angel. So we're going to use those pieces. What my thought process is, I was thinking somehow this is going to open, and maybe I will cut it there and maybe notch it or put a tab on it. We open it, and then inside we have images of our people remembered that died in the plague. So I'm thinking that's why it needs to be a little bit bigger. And I think I know what I'll do. I'm not gonna fold this like a box. Where's my piece I thought I messed up? I have this piece that I messed up. Valleys make mountains, Jody. What we're gonna do is I'm going to make this, yeah. Let's score this one again. Let's put that on the, what did I score that at? Did I score that at 3 1/4? I did. So let's score that at another 1/8 of an inch over. Bear with me here. And then I want to put that score mark on 3 1/4, and I'm going to cut it. Okay, so now what we've done is, let's just cut all these. I don't want to cut those yet. What that's going to do is allow this to, valleys make mountains, valleys make mountains. And then this is going to sit in here. Gosh, talk about a big old mess. So that's going to sit in there. So then what we'll have is, yes, we're still going to have a box, okay? But this flap I'm going to cut off, because this flap I will fold to wrap over the top. Now cutting this in a tag shape is going to be really interesting. So I'll have to figure that out. But I want it to be a box. But this is going to give me room to put like this on the front, and let's just clip it because I do not intend to do this right now. However, I got this idea and got all excited. So, okay, I only want that on the front cover. Then it's going to open. We'll have some bits here and here, this here and here, here and here, and then that will close and fold over the top. Maybe it won't fold over the top. Maybe I'll just have it open and it'll just be like a little tag book. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. I'm not gonna fuss with all that extra. So I will cut these extra flaps off. I'm going to run a bead of glue down the middle of that. Now I am not going to worry about that little 1/8 of an inch strip that's going to show, or whatever is going to show of this, because I didn't worry about that on the hinges. This is just another way that I'm hinging without hinging. Yeah, so I will get this all cut off, and I will make myself little notes what I want to do, and I may need to reprint. I have to figure that out. I still have some things to figure out, but I'll be back. It is the next day. I just had to walk away yesterday. My sweet friend created these for me so I could cut them out, and I'm so grateful that she did, because the time it would have taken me to do this, and you guys know I didn't have the brain power yesterday, but I'm so glad. So now we can start having our number tokens. And I did not have gray pen. That's 30, leave it there. I didn't have gray paper, so I just used white cardstock, and I inked them with my Lost Shadow ink. Then I sprayed them with my Lost Shadow Distress Oxide, and I really like the look of them. And so I have to get them all glued together, which is going to be tedious, but I think they're going to be really great little bits to put somewhere on our tags. So I just have to figure out where I'm going to put them. And these are only 1 inch, and I'm like, oh my goodness. But we have to have them so we know the order of the story, right? But anyway, so I just wanted to share those with you. I don't know why I just did that, because now I've got to lay them all back out in order again. And I put my numbers on my sewing stool, and I thought, oh, like the little bits that I pulled out of here. And I thought, oh, they won't be in the way over there and Chloe won't mess with them. And guess who jumped up on the sewing stool today? And she never does that. She's up on the sewing table. I'm like, dude, get down. Why did that not cut? That totally did not cut. Okay, well, I'll have to go steal a 0 maybe from, no, I used them all. I have spares. It's okay. I have spares. Okay, so I played with this a little bit yesterday and kind of got an idea of what I want to do. It's going to be a lot of gluing. So I think what we will do is, I need to wipe that off. Oh, mess. Okay, gotta glue that so I don't lose all my bits. I'm trying to remember where I left off yesterday, but it's okay. So I have made this in such a way that we are going to tell the rest of the story on our tags. And as you can see, there are a lot of paper clips going on and lots of bits, but I really wanted to use up some of these images, and I think we need to honor the souls that were in the house. And I was going to do a spin with the creepy dead people, but I just decided that at the end of the story, I wanted to just use all these really cool images of these people and figure out how to tie them in. And I feel like, you know, this is mom and dad of these girls, this family, and this family. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure what the twin thing is. So I pulled that as a little boy and girl and put them with the older couple because I thought, man, if I do 3 sets of twins in here, what is it? Only twins died from the plague and their parents? I didn't like that spin. So this is what I'm doing. And oh my gosh, Jody, spit it out. So lots of gluing. I am going to put backgrounds on all of these pages, and I thought I might try to frame some of these images, but I'm not going to. I think I'm just going to kind of collage the images on here. I think is what I'm doing. But I know we're already at like 35 minutes in this video, so I'm going to do a lot of this off camera, because you really don't want to sit here and watch me glue all these bits for sure. So I'm going to pull out these bits of our backdrops, and I'm going to use them as much as I possibly can. Now, the ones that only have enough for like 1 page, I will use maybe, and hopefully I have enough that I can do double spreads. Like this one I have enough. And oh, why do I have that printed twice? Because it's not the same image, but close enough. We're going to use that so that it's all matching on the tag. Yay, simplicity. Okay, so I will be back. I'm going to tear these down like I have been doing, and then I'm going to glue, ink, all that stuff, think about it, make sure it's what I want to do, and then yeah, I can't believe this is the last day of the story. Oh my gosh. And then I do still have to go through and add my bits because I haven't done it yet. Okay, I'm just making my way through here. I wrinkled up these little girls a little bit and distressed them and have them glued down. And I like that. I wasn't sure I was going to like this, but I think I like it. I would like to, I wish I had like some little names or something. I could add some names to this piece, or, you know, to the bits, just to like give the people identity, I suppose. But I don't know. I know I was going to look through my Tim Holtz word book and see what I could maybe find in there. I'm not sure. I've got to get this done. I was trying to ask Mark, I'm like, you want to eat, you know, whatever today? And he goes, eh. And then we got sidetracked, and then a son called, and, you know, and then I was like, hey, wait. You didn't sound like you wanted to eat the beef tips today, so you got something you want to eat? And he was like, well, why don't we go too? And which is nice, because we have been going, Fridays have kind of been our days to go junkin' and play, kind of hang out. That's not even, I'm not going to worry about it. It's fine. But anyway, Fridays have kind of been our days to like go junkin' and yard sailing and stuff like that. And I was like, I don't really feel, I can't believe I'm going to say this. I might need to go to the ER. I didn't feel like going yard sailing today. That's like not something that ever comes out of my mouth. But anyway, I'm really tired. But so I think he says, well, let's go try. So there was a place right on the lake, and it was a barbecue place, and it went out of business, and lots of rumors surrounding that for sure. And we don't really know why, and I don't really care why, but we did like the place. Well, it's under new ownership now. It's like a totally different place, like totally different restaurant now. And Mark says, well, maybe we could go try that. And I said, oh, okay, sure, whatever. But then I was like reading reviews, because I really like to base our restaurant choices off of reviews. It matters to me. I found an excellent wood fire pizza place over in Erie, and it's not cheap to eat there, but man, is it good. But anyway, I found it based on reviews. I was like, let's pick a new place today. Let's go to blah. And so anyway, it's delicious pizza. And the first time we went there, we were like fatties. We ordered so many different items off the menu. I said, next time we come back here, we don't need to do this. But we got like some pork tacos and chicken wings and 2 different kinds of pizza. And first of all, we were very hungry. Second of all, it all looked so good, we couldn't make up our mind. That was a very expensive lunch. Where did I put my piece? Here it is. Anyway, that was a very expensive lunch. So we said we can't do that again when we go. I think I'm going to tear this one. And anyway, so we, oh my gosh, focus, Jody, focus. So I like to look at reviews, right? And I always try to do like top rated when I'm searching for restaurants, which will make it 4 stars and above. And let me tell you, below 4.5, it's still sketch. Like we went to a place and I was like, well, it was 4.2 or 4.3 stars. I can't remember now. And I was like, well, you know, but it was really, it should not have had 4.2 or 3 stars. It should have been like in the 3-star range. So we said, well, we won't go there. But I've had pretty good luck choosing places at 4.5 or above. So while this place has a 4.5 rating, I was and it's a new restaurant. It just opened Memorial Day weekend. And so while I was reading the reviews, I'm like, dude, I don't know. It's like an a la carte menu. And so you order at the counter, but you don't pay at the counter. And then they bring you the food. And I guess like one of the reviews said it felt very fast food-ish. And what goes on this one? It felt very fast food-ish. So like, and so the owner was like, well, and the owner responded, well, this is why. And we have 63 employees and yada, yada, yada. But the chef is supposed to be one of Michael Simon's chefs. So if you're a foodie, you'll know his name. And I'm always like, oh, I'd love to go to Cleveland and go to one of his restaurants. But I hate going to Cleveland. Hate it. And but anyway, so I guess this guy was a top rated chef out of one of his restaurants. And he's like supposed to be really good at barbecue. But the reviews on the barbecue aren't that great. And I love me some good barbecue. Give me lots of napkins and wet naps and I'll have a go at it. But their menu's super limited, what I can find. They say they're going to expand as they develop and grow, like through the season. But it's only going to be seasonal. So I may actually try to get a job there next summer for some extra income. But I can't this year, obviously, with my foot. Don't think serving would work very well on a knee scooter. Here, excuse me while I scoot around you. Roll around you and try to deliver you food and drinks. Oops, spilled it. Anyway, I'm just being dumb. But, so anyway, but we have our favorite place that we'd love to go to. So I'm like, do we just go there? Maybe I don't want to do, maybe I just want to do them. Or the girls. The girls kind of have the creep factor. I like the girls. Let's do the girls. Anyway, so yeah, but it's already like after 10 o'clock. And I'm like, oh, I haven't gotten very far today because I'm piddling around. I was watching YouTube for way too long this morning, and then I had to take a shower, and then I came up here and we were messing with the cat and just talking, and I'm like, oh, where does the time go? And then I'm just fussing around here, and then I'm watching a murder show, and the story was so gripping. I'll be honest, I was watching TV, and the story is so compelling. And yeah, the girl, it was a daughter who was being abused by her father, and very relatable story for me, for my personal experience. But anyway, she had her dad killed, and it was very controversial, but just so compelling. I was just like glued to the TV. I couldn't not watch it. And I absolutely understand why she did what she did. And so anyway, enough about that. But anyway, okay. So this page is going to be like our memorial. So we're going to have her, and I think I want to have these candles, and I have this bit that was cut off Mr. Brundle, and I thought I might like type out in memory of, and then have that somehow, but I kind of wanted the candles because, you know, you leave candles burning to, what's the word? Yep. I don't know what the word is, but anyway, you leave candles burning for your deceased family members. Don't really know what that tradition is called, but like I know I have a little battery powered candle downstairs that's by my grandma and Mark's grandma's pictures. And so anyway, what is that called? I know one of you are gonna say it's called this, Jody, and I'll be like, oh yeah, thanks. But anywho, so yeah, that's what I've been doing, and it's a beautiful day. Oh my gosh, yesterday I went outside because my son came by, and so I happened to be downstairs, and I saw his truck is the same, pretty much same color as my husband's truck, but different makes, and so I only saw the color, so it made me get up because I didn't think Mark was supposed to be home yet. He wasn't. It was my son. So I rolled outside. I'm like, what are you doing? Kind of hollering at him. He was like, whoa. I said, hi, Mom. Good to see you, Mom. And he goes, I was going to come in and see you when I come back. I said, okay. But anyway, but I was like, it's so pretty out, but it was kind of cool in the shade. It's either super hot right now or cool. It's like no in between, I swear. But anyway, so it was nice. We got to see him last night for a little bit. So anyway, all right, I'm going to keep gluing. So I've got to figure out how I want to do her. And I may fussy cut her. And do I want this as like a label? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so we I am pretty much done, but you need to watch the final flip through. I have one more bit I'm going to put on here, but I'm not going to put it on for this video. So I forgot to put our story in here. So I just want to say, as I'm coming to a conclusion on day number 30 of the Curious Case of Crafty haul with hashtag Creep on June 2024, how absolutely grateful and thankful I am for the inspiration from this kit. It has been wonderful, and I'm really just so thankful for all of the amazing support, amazing feedback, everything that you guys have been sharing. It's just fantastic, and I love it, and I'm just so encouraged, and I'm fussing with this. I haven't glued it because I don't know where I want to put it. But anyway, so I'm so very, very grateful. I don't have any words really for being done with this. I have so much heart and soul in this project, and I truly don't know how many hours are in this project. But I will say, if you are interested in purchasing this project, please let me know. My I will be glad to ship within the continental United States. It's just such a fun project, such a fun story, and I love it so much. And so if somebody's interested in purchasing this, please let me know. And I have a price in my mind. It was so funny. Mark and I were discussing it last night, and I was like, do I or don't I? And he goes, I really think you should sell it, or at least try to sell it. And I was like, okay. And then he goes, I think you should put it up for this amount of money. And I said, that's so funny. That's exactly the number that was in my head. So anyway, so this is today's bit. I still have to, didn't catch that I had glue that needs cleaned up. But this is today's bit. So what's going to happen is we're probably going to go to lunch. It's a beautiful day. When I get back, I'm going to go through the tags, add all my finishing touches, hopefully get my final flip through done, and then get it cleaned up and get ready for my Christmas in July project, which I still don't know what I'm going to do. Okay, focus. So we have our angel here, and we have our little saying for today with the placard in the background. And then we open up and we have all of the souls here that are relieved, because now we understand why they're hanging around, right? And so now they have some peace. They're finding some peace. And then this flips, and we have our last little picture of our girls. We have this lady here. I am thinking I want to maybe put some vines or greenery or something with her. And I've got the cemetery. She's watching over the cemetery. And so that's that page. And now Mr. Brundle, he's packing up. He's ready to go. He's like, the case is solved. See, case solved. CPI case with this little bit. And we've got some images here with his notes, all his paperwork and stuff. So that's tucked in there. He's packing it in the car. He's ready to go. And then, yeah, now the house has going to hopefully have some peace and quiet. So that's the end of the Curious Case of Crafty Hall. So I will see you in the final flip through. I do have a little something that I'm going to put on the back of this tag, but I'm not going to share that with you in this video. You will have to wait and see what that is. Just a little bit of a fun spin for me, because, you know, I have to still have fun with it, even though it's the last day. Thank you again so much for all of the wonderful support. I truly cannot express it enough. You guys have been fantastic. It has just been a wonderful experience. I'm really ready for the next story kit to come out, because when Tracy posted that, I was like, ooh, I see enchanted creatures and adventure and what's in the woods and the pond and the lake and whatever. So I'm looking forward to that coming out. But at this point, I really hope she doesn't put it out till like late July, so that I've got time to do my Christmas in July and I'm not having squirrel moments with another fun story. But anyway, all right, so that's it for now, you guys. I mean, it's just been absolutely, oh, that's okay there. It's just been absolutely fantastic and wonderful, and I love it. I've loved the story. I really enjoyed it. Oh, we'll put it there. I just really enjoyed it. I had so much fun. And I know this is a long video, so I will attempt to just sign off of this and stop blabbing. But honestly, I'm having a hard time. Oh, it's just been such a wonderful, you know, this has been a fantastic distraction for me this month with my foot. So I'm very, very grateful. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for the support. I hope you will continue to watch my channel and stay with me as we move on past this story. But do know, clearly these stories spark imagination. So I would imagine if Tracy and Justin put out another story, I'm probably going to do it. So have a wonderful day. I will see you in the next video. Bye.